Hello, thank you so much. It's good to see so many familiar faces and to be back in a courtroom. That doesn't happen very often anymore. I want to share with you today, I've shared with many of you here at the Light of Hope ceremony or in other venues, my story of being an alumni of foster care. And I've shared with you how I came into foster care as an adolescent and that I was blessed with having a CASA assigned to me who could be my voice in court, who could advocate for my best interests while I was in foster care. But today I want to share a little different story with you. And many of the speakers have kind of echoed this sentiment. And this is about how my CASA has supported me as I transitioned into adulthood. Because I think that for a lot of alumni in foster care, although we've experienced some very dark moments as children, we have, in some ways, even darker moments as we age out and transition into adulthood. And so, as I said, I was blessed with having a CASA assigned to me when I was in foster care. And as I began to prepare to age out of foster care and learn about being independent and planning for the future, I became paralyzed, which was probably the most dependent situation you could be in. And my CASA was there for me. First with flowers. She was one of the first people who sent flowers when I was in the hospital. And then she would often come to the hospital to visit me and encourage me that given the things that I had already been through, that I could overcome and I could get through this as well. When I was accepted into college and I was freaking out that now that I was accepted, how am I going to do this? I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to make it in college. And she took me to dinner, somewhere very nice, by the way, one of the hotels, it was very nice. And once again reassured me that of all the things I had come through, that I can do this, and encouraged me and empowered me to be able to go on and allow myself to believe that I could be successful. She was also there for me as I lived in the dorms and Christmas break came and you have to go somewhere, right, as a foster youth when Christmas break comes. And back then, not that I'm that old, but back then, ADA had just passed and there weren't a lot of accessible apartments available, and so I didn't really have anywhere to go. And she and my voc rehab worker at the time advocated for me to be able to stay in the dorms and found the finances that would allow me to stay in the dorms as well. She was there in the good times when I got married. Again, first with flowers. She owned a florist shop at the time, and so she did all the flowers for my wedding, which was awesome. And she attended my wedding, again, there supporting me, encouraging me as an adult. Our kids grew up together. A few years ago, she decided to go back and get her master's degree in social work, and so I, for a change, got to encourage her and support her in helping her to believe that after all these years of being out of school, that she could do this and that she could get through this as well. And she did. Last year she graduated with her master's degree in social work, which is why she can't be here today, because now she's got to work. She's got a degree, she's got to work. But most impactfully, and why I wanted to really be here to share this with you today, is in this last month, I unfortunately lost the most important woman in my life, and that was my grandmother. It was a month ago today, so sorry. I'm going to try not to get all weepy. But my CASA, again, was there. First with flowers that she brought to my home to comfort me, and then at the funeral. Again, when I was speechless, didn't have words to express my grief, she was there supporting me and helping to voice the pain that she knew I was experiencing and understood how important that relationship was to me. And so I share this with you to let you know that it's not just about hope while kids are in foster care, but that hope continues and grows and can be a beautiful relationship. And it really is something that our alumni of foster care need, because as they leave this system, they leave with a lot of things that they gathered while they were in foster care, some good and some bad. And they need those people there to support them. All of us in this room are adults, and we still rely on our family and our friends to support us in different ways. And our foster youth who have aged out of the system need to do that as well. And so as an alumni of foster care, being part of the Foster Care Alumni of America organization, there are also ways to support youth as they age out of care and be mentors for those youth as well. And for CASAs, I know you only have to commit to like 2 years, but imagine how great it would be to have someone like me talking about you 30, 40, not that I'm that old, years from now, talking about that and the impact that you've had on their lives, and know that that impact you have is lasting and is so impactful to the youth that you advocate on behalf of. And it really does save a life. And so I'm so grateful to be a part of this event, and I'm so hopeful for the future with all of the people here in this room and knowing what we can all do together. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Judy. Our last presenter is Elizabeth Ham, President of Fostering Futures, formerly known as the CASA Foundation. When can we stop saying that? Foundation, Fostering Futures. Elizabeth is here to share a little bit more about Fostering Futures, the things they do to assist the efforts of the CASA program staff who recruit, train, screen, and support